What's going on, guys? Kaiger here, and I know we're all excited for the One Punch Man collaboration on Thursday for NA and Global, but Korea got it on Tuesday today, so I'm going to show you all the events, the monsters, their abilities, and the guild boss. Let's get into it. Alright, so if we take a look at the summon altar, they put the three elements by themselves. So the two fire, two water, and two wind. And when you do the summon tickets, you can only use the elite tickets. You will pull on them, and then once you get to 200, you get a selector. So you get to pick between the two for the mileage at 200 instead of just getting the one that there is. For the 4-star light and dark, we'll talk about that when we get to the guild raid stuff. Now I'm sure you all want to see their abilities. So first we're going to talk about Genus. This is his pre-awakened form, and this is his awakened form. His basic attack is pretty normal, damage times 2. Now we're going to talk about the abilities. I'm going to give you quick hits of what the abilities do, and then if you want to read them yourself and take time and go through it, you can join my Discord link down below where I have screenshots of everything. So his first ability, Machine Gun Blow, hits 8 times. Each hit has a chance to apply crit damage taken up. And then also the last hit has a 70% chance to knock down, and if they're already knocked down or stunned, uses Incineration Cannon, which is the other ability, and he is immune to CC, and he takes 50% less damage when using this skill. The second skill, Incineration Cannon, which he uses for free off the first skill if they're already knocked down, gives himself a shield, attacks enemies in the area 3 times with a powerful cannon, and each hit has a chance to stun, applies defense down. If they're already CC'd, increase the skill cooldown, and gives you, the summoner, mana regen up if it kills a target. All attacks ignore beneficial effects that decrease damage, and increases the damage dealt based on lost HP. It does 1% more damage for every 1% HP they are missing. Atomic Samurai. This is his pre-awakened form. This is his awakened form. His basic is pretty fine, nothing special about it. The real thing is going to be his passive. So his first ability, 3 mana cost, swings the sword, deals damage based on his max HP, and stuns with a certain chance, immune to CC when using the skill. Next, Atomic Slash, 4 mana, uses slash strikes to deal damage 4 times based on his HP within the area, and each hit has a chance to apply bleed, immune to CC when using the skill. Pretty okay guy, nothing real special. What's special is his passive. His passive, there's a lot of text here, but what it comes down to is when he attacks, be it basic attack or skill attacks, he's going to, if he crits, he's going to apply swordsmanship to himself, 1 stack, and if he misses a crit, if he attacks and it does not crit, he is going to lose 3 swordsman stacks. Just like everything, it could stack up to 10 times, and he starts with crit damage resist 100%, so he cannot be crit. But for every stack, he gets crit damage up 15%, defense penetration 6%, but he loses crit resist 8%. So at max stats, he'll have 150% extra crit damage, 60% defense penetration, but he'll lose 80% crit res, but he'll still have 20% crit resistance after all that is said and done, until he misses a crit, but if you have 100% crit rate, oh well. Next we have the Water Warrior Garu. This is his pre-awakened form, this is his awakened form. His basic is pretty standard, and he's going to be based off of his passive. Both of his skills do regular things, but when he's in his awakened state, his passive, they go haywire. So if we take a look at the first one, attack 6 times, damage based on his max HP, and damage increases based off his lost HP. And his awakened state increases damage based off the amount of the target's lost HP. In addition, get 1 mana back if this is a soul link. So it costs 3, but you get 1 back, effectively making it cost 2 if he's in awakened state. Then we have his other ability. Moves around, hits 3 times, and deals damage based on his lost HP. Recovers the HP based on the damage dealt. In addition, the last attack applies fear to enemies within the area with certain chance. Fear is just like Naraka, where you initially come in and he fears you away. If we take a look right here, fear, possessed by fear and unable to act. And his awakened state, each hit has a chance to remove a beneficial effect on the target and apply defense down. In addition, same as the other one, gives you a mana back if it's on Soul Link. So it costs 4 and gives you 1 back. Now his passive, there's a lot of words here, but to make it very simple, as he loses HP, for every 1% of HP he loses, he gets 1% damage taken down. But as he takes certain thresholds of HP, he gets stacks of Greatest Fear, and when Greatest Fear hits 10, he goes into his awakened state, allowing him to get the beneficial effects of the other 2 skills. And then once he goes into this awakened state, he gets CC immunity, and he uses Evil Deed, which is where he becomes awakened, and he's invincible and immune while he's awakening. And next we have Silver Fang. This is his pre-awakened form. This is his awakened form. So he, unlike the others, is built around his basic attack. So when he attacks, it says weak point available. What that means is precision. So if you have more precision than they have evasion, you will, the more precision you have, you'll have more chance to hit the weak point. So he does, when you trigger the weak point, you will get a stack of Master. And then when you're at level 6 Master, he will use the other ability, Water, Stream, Rock, Smashing Fist, Fang, which attacks 5 times, getting rid of all the stacks of Master, and recovers HP based on damage dealt, and applies attack down for each hit that hits a weak point. So precision is king for this guy. Then we have Encampment, which is a very interesting one. If you take a look, it doesn't attack at all, and he's an assassin. Remove all harmful effects. 40% max HP a shield, one of the biggest shields in the game, and level 5 attack speed up so you can trigger Master and do your thing over and over again. Vacuum Fist. Attacks the enemy, attacks the weak point, recovers his HP based on damage dealt, applies attack down, and knock down with a certain chance. Next, let's get into, we have the Wind Mage Terrible Tornado. This is her pre-awakened form. This is her awakened form. Her basic is whatever. Her first ability uses psychokinesis to hurl projects at the enemy 4 times. If the target is a summoner, increase skill cooldown to max. That means no matter how far they are in the cooldown, they go as if they just used the skill, with a 30% chance 4 times. The last hit deals damage to enemies within the area and applies defense down with a 90% chance. The second skill uses psychokinesis to hurl powerful projectile, deal damage to enemies within the area, and knocks down with a 62% chance. Her passive, Psychic Silence, gains silence immunity, deals damage to enemies in the area, applies silence with a certain chance, and knocks down with a certain ratio. So if she's under 50% HP, she does this with a 45-second cooldown. She's always immune to silence. When she goes under 50% HP, she does a big hit for about 700% damage, silence for 6.5 seconds, and knockdown for 3 seconds. The Wind Mage Hellish Blizzard. This is her pre-awakened form. This is her awakened form. Her basic doesn't do anything. Her first ability, 3 mana cost, tornado attack enemies within the area, silence the monster with the highest attack, then send out the tornadoes twice for extra damage. Psychokinesis. Flip the ground and attack enemies within the area. The damage increases if the target's under CC. Stuns the target with a certain chance if the target is a monster. Then we have her passive. So if she's above 50% HP, then she removes immunity when she hits people. If she's under 50%, she gives herself a spell shield, which will cancel out the first skill used against her. Now we have the natural 4 stars, which you'll get from Gilderate. This is Murmrider, his unawakened form, and his awakened form. His basic doesn't do anything special. His first ability chucks a bike at the enemy, applies attack down, and knocks down with a 62% chance. Then we have Hero's Shout, invincible for 4 seconds, and 82% chance of provoke for 11 seconds with 3 mana, which is going to be very, very spammable. Then we have his passive, which is interesting. Every 3 minutes, he gives himself soul protection, which revive with 100% HP when killed. Then we get into King, one of the ones I'm most excited for. Here's his unawakened form. Then we have his awakened form. His basic isn't even a basic, it's kind of a skill on its own. Activates King Engine to apply irresistible resistance down to enemies within the area with a 15% chance. In addition, applies crit damage taken up to creatures in the area with a certain chance, which is 15% chance. Then we have his first ability, exerts daunting energy to apply oblivion to creatures within the area, and additionally applies attack down if the to the target if oblivion is applied. So try to apply oblivion, 90% chance, and if you apply oblivion, attack down. Then we have maximum output. Activate King Engine, this is 3 mana, maximum output, 5 times apply resist down per hit, unresistible resist down within the area with certain chance, and applies accuracy up to allies within the area time each resistance down is applied. In addition, applies crit damage taken up per hit to creatures within the area with a certain chance. So King's big thing is that he doesn't attack, none of his skills do any percent damage, but he reduces their resistance, raises your accuracy, and makes them take increased damage. Now you're wondering, how do we get those monsters? There's several events going on that's going to give you ways of doing that. One is very interesting right here, Heroes of Castland. So if we take a look, each of these guys gives you something interesting to do. So this one, for example, the enemies are attacking the villagers, we need your help. Easy, evacuate the villagers, then fight. Normal, defeat the creatures first. Hard, fight while protecting the villagers. Or we have some weird ones over here. Eat food, then fight. Defeat the creatures before they destroy the food. And fight the hard boss. And those are going to give you fame points that you use at Path of the Elite. And that's, you don't have to spend them as you acquire points, as you acquire fame, the number at the top. So 112 fame, 119 fame, 126 fame, and then you get the numbers at the bottom, 50,000 Skystones, 5 4-star Rainbowmon, 2 badges. You get the idea. And you do that for each of the characters there. Then we have Kabuto of Evolution, which I'll show you in a second. You get a bunch of stuff, including all of these brilliant boxes, as well as a Devilmon at the end, some summons right there, and defeat Carnage and Bountiful Rewards. This is the guild one. And then you also have Loot Exchange. So there is a new subjugation, which I'll show you right here, which is the same boss as the guild boss, which we'll go over in a second. But as you see, you get 100 of these tokens, and then that bonus 50 is per person in the raid, as it explains in the top right. So it'll be 250 per day, and then you will use those in the exchange to get all the items in the shop, which is also very, very juicy rewards. These other two are about the guild raid, which I will show you over here. The guild raid is that guy, which, as you see, we're still getting the light heart magician, but they're adding 4-star elite training coupons, which will go for these two guys, as well as king and Murmrider shards. More as you go up, and then when you also get 5-star elite training coupons to go with them. Now, this boss is very interesting because his main thing is that you need to apply Oblivion to him. So he has two modes. If he has Oblivion and if he does not have Oblivion. So if he gets Oblivion, he gets attack up, unremovable, movement speed up, unremovable, but he focuses the summoner with the highest max HP. Always goes after that target. If he does not have Oblivion, every 20 seconds he applies unremovable defense up, but all of his attacks go across the board and hits everybody, jumps around, does a bunch of crazy stuff. So it seems like before actually doing it, we'll have a full guide for it when it happens, but it seems like you're going to put Oblivion on him, have your tank, just like a WoW raid, have your tank applying Oblivion to him, and then just nuke him down as fast as possible. I'm not going to go over all the offers, but there's two things I wanted to point out. One Punch Man collab gift right here, which you'll be able to collect once per day, every day for 30 days. The last is the outfits down here, which gives you a huge chunk of HP for your summoner, as well as allowing you to cosplay as one of the major One Punch Man characters. So that's it, guys. That's the big update coming. We're going to get a bunch of summons. Obviously, people buying packs are going to get more. You're also going to get way more Devilmon than we did in the first collab with Tower. But we're going to get a lot of 4-star and 5-star Devilmon from doing your guild raids, and changing up the guild raid I think is really, really cool. Let me know in the comment section down below what unit you're most excited for. And remember, if you want to go in depth on all the abilities, check out the numbers and all that stuff, join my Discord link down below, where I posted screenshots of literally everything about this update.